Hey guys, what's up? This is Definitely Not Fake with your host, Lexie Jade, who's definitely not fake. I'm super excited. This is my first episode. And today, the title for today's episode is going to be, Why Doesn't Anybody Want to Be Themselves? So before I get on, I want to tell you a little bit about myself. And I have a little presentation over here. If you hear me clicking the space bar, I got a little presentation because I'm an organized boss bitch. So that's what that sound is. I'm in my apartment right now. I've been saying I want to do a podcast. I'm really good at talking. I feel like I love to talk. I love to hear myself speak. I have a beautiful, sexy voice. So this is great for both of us. This is great for you and me. If you see me on YouTube, you know I be on and off with this shit. But I love it. I really enjoy it. And I've just reached a different point in my life now where I really want to take it serious. I have the opportunity to take it serious. I have people who want me to do it. So I literally have no reason not to start this. A little bit about me. I live in Ohio currently. I do plan on moving very soon. I know everyone says that, but I am moving. And I am a fashion student at a university here. It's my 4th year. I'm a senior. I do a little bit of everything. So I've had like literally every job in the world. Waiting tables, call centers, social media management, and in the middle of that, I've done dancing, I've done bottle service, I've literally done it all. But what I really enjoy is being myself and doing what I want to do, what makes me passionate and what liberates me. It's just being me. And I think a podcast is the best way to do that, is to just be myself. So this episode is called Why Doesn't Anyone Want to Be Themselves? And basically what I'm going to be kind of talking specifically about is this social media. Like, it's kind of going crazy right now with influencers. Everyone's talking about Instagram. I think everyone's trying to get a piece of, because there's so much money in social media. And don't let people tell you there's not. There's so much money. You got people who literally can make $75,000 off a post. Granted, they have a lot of followers that they've curated like for years. But I don't think people should be discouraged. But I will say that social media is definitely going to be changing very soon in the next few years. It's very clear that it's not going to look the same it has the past few years, which is why if you do want to make a living off of it, you have to start now. And I like to motivate people, so you're going to hear me do that a lot. And tear people down, unfortunately. No, I'm just kidding. But I do talk shit, and that's a lot of what this show is going to be about. So, let's see. What is the word? The motivation, the inspiration around this episode was actually Erika Bank's. Let me actually grab my iPad real quick because I want to share with you the video. Because I have not personally watched the entire video. I did not get a chance.
A certain type of look. If she don't look how I want her to look physically, I don't want her to come. Because the look of everything is so important to me. Like, if she ain't thick enough, no. Her not did good enough? No. Can't dress? No. Skinny? No. And it's like, I don't feel like I'm discriminating. I just want a certain type of look. She could be the sweetest girl I ever met in my life. But if she don't look the part, I don't want her to come. Like, that's just not the vibe I'm on. Now, she can come to the cookout. She can come to the listening party. But the club, I feel like, gotta look a certain way to come. Ain't a certain type of look. If she don't look.
Okay. So let's get into it, y'all. This is my thing. So I originally I saw some of the video, but I didn't care that much. Number one, because I saw that little green star in the corner that said close friends. And I personally feel like it's kind of an invasion of privacy to just take someone's close friends and post it, because, nigga, that's the close friends. Why are you snitching? That's how I feel. This is what I think. I think that people like this are actually my favorite celebrities. I love celebrities that will speak up against the mainstream opinion, get hate for it, and still not give a fuck. Those are my favorite celebrities. Ari Fletcher, that's my girl. I think there was one point where I didn't like her. I don't know why. I think it was really just because she stayed on the internet, and it's hard not to form an opinion on someone on the internet. But you also have to take a step back and realize you can see a million blog posts from Ari Fletcher. You can see a million blog posts about Erika Banks, about Gierbo, about your favorite rapper, who the fuck ever. You still don't know who they are. But what I do know about people like Ari Fletcher is they have so much hate, and yet they still are rich. They still get on the internet. They still show up to shit. And those are my favorite kind of people. Those people are strong, and they're confident in who they are. And they could be the dumbest, the stupidest, have the worst opinion. But sorry, that was my dog. He is just doing too much. Just Lay down. Like, God, he just loves being in the mix. I swear, he's a groupie. But it's literally my favorite kind of people are the ones who just don't care. I met Ari just for a brief second, so I'm not gonna say I'm gonna base, her entire personality on that. But she was very sweet to me. I did bottle service for her, my sister and I, and she tipped us well. She actually took pictures with us, and it's crazy because we got in a lot of trouble for taking pictures with her, and we were actually the only ones who went. This is my thing. I really hated bottle service when I did it very briefly, but I literally forced my sister to come up there with me. I asked another friend to come with me, but she didn't want to go, and I forced them to come up there because I just really wanted to meet her. I love me some Ari. I think she's so pretty and so cool. So I went up there, and I literally was like, "This is the plan." I was there not to work. I had a game plan. I was stressed out most of the time. I ended up actually getting COVID from that event. And Ari did too. Ari got COVID like literally a few days later. So I don't know. Maybe she gave it to me. I don't know. Or we got it from the same event. And I just think it's cool that we got it from the same event. Okay. Clearly I was close to her. And yeah, I literally had a game plan on meeting her. And after we brought up her stuff, I was like, all right, this is our time. This is our chance. That time we're going to go up there. And we're going to go ask her for a picture. And we asked her security, which thank God was a man. I'm not even saying he's actually really cool, but we just asked, like, can we get a picture? And we got a picture. Ari was super cool. I'm getting off track here. Ari was very sweet, like I said. We was actually arguing over whose side we wanted. Like, she wanted her good side, I wanted my good side. And it was just funny. She's a cool person. So anyway, I just really love celebrities that people don't like. I think that people who are bold enough to speak out against the grain are good in my book. As long as they're not saying, kill all skinny girls, I don't care. So talking specifically about Erika Banks, I wanna also think about the fact that she was talking specifically about going to the club. She's talking about the girl she wants to be seen with at the club. And I think that's important because so many people took her video so personally and put these big ass think pieces and this and called her ugly and this and that. But it's like, club culture is like social media right now. It's not real. People don't go there to turn up the way they used to. She is not fucking talking about your corner store bar that you and your trashy friends go to every weekend. She's talking about when she's going to big ass clubs in Atlanta and Miami or wherever the fuck, and there's cameras everywhere, and it's more so about it's publicity. It's about being seen. Everything is about photo ops and video ops now. She's not talking about go kicking it with her friends. She literally said she could be the sweetest girl ever. It's about appearance. And I'm not saying whether it's right or wrong. I'm saying the fact that people take shit personally that has literally nothing to do with them. You can still go to the club that she's talking about. She might even speak to you. She might buy you a drink, but she's not taking a picture with you because you're not her aesthetic. And that's what it's all about. It's about aesthetics, like social media in general. We live in a world where everything is about social media. Social media can get you a job, it can get you fired, it can get you hired, it can get you in and out of a door, it can get you a boyfriend, it can get you anything you want it to if you utilize it. It's also important to recognize that not everyone sees it that way. You don't get it, and it's just literally two different worlds. And I'm not saying one is better than the other, but it's like people live on social media. That's how they make their money. She's going to the club not to get drunk and have a good time. She's going to have a good time, but also to get some content, to take some pictures, to promote her music. She's a rapper. Like, that's what they do. It's really different for everyone. And that's all. Again, most of what I say is not generalizations. It's my opinion. Not every celebrity does this. But, just go to Instagram and look at who the girls be posting, who they at the club with. It's girls who look like them, who dress cute, take good-ass pictures, take a few little shots, and go the fuck home. Not everyone. Some people be out all night. But, again, it's just like two different cultures. There's subcultures. There's, you know what I'm saying? Like, certain people do different things. And it's like, I feel like people also ran with this because of the whole skinny girl comment that she made. I think that's what really had bitches bothered. Because let's be very serious. A lot of y'all are not friends with ugly girls. Y'all don't want to be seen with ugly girls. A lot of girls go to the club for attention or to go see a man afterwards. And if you're trying to pull some man, you're not pulling up with your dusty cousin. You're not. It was the skinny comment that really had bitches upset. And hold on. Gotta drink a little bit of wine. I understand. This is nothing. This is whole discourse online with skinny versus BBL. And I feel like we as a black community need to move from these low vibrational conversations. But they're entertaining to watch, that's for sure. They're definitely entertaining to watch. But it's like, I saw this tweet the other day that said something like, skinny bitches got more pull than BBL bitches. First of all, every thick bitch you see is not a BBL bitch. So when did we start just saying that every thick bitch has a BBL? Because I have a twin. I'm the skinny one. My twin is the thick one, and I do think a lot of women take their insecurity and they disguise it with this BBL culture. Every girl you're talking about does not have a BBL. You just mean thick bitches. And I hate to tell you, but thick bitches have a lot of pull in real life. And it's not even about bodies. And I feel like a lot of people who live on the internet do think it's about appearance. It's like you may get more likes on Instagram, but we skinny bitches have more. Like, no, the fuck you don't. And it's not even about what your body looks like. If you're, people are actually talking about men, the validation of men, and that's where you already lost, people with more than one brain cell. If you're talking about the validation of men, which is that's what they're talking about, pull is to men. Men actually most of the time don't care what your body looks like. A lot of men do have a type, but I feel like their type that they're pursuing is more so who the fuck they are going to have sex with, not who they're going to take care of. So it's not about how they look. It's about their personality. And this generation is so wrapped up in what you look like on Instagram and what you look like in a dress. That's why everybody's single. That is why everyone is single. And just the internet, it's just made it hard for everyone. Relationships and self-image and self-esteem. And I don't think women are necessarily wrong for having these opinions. It's easy to get swept up in it. I understand it. Like, I get it 100%. But I have a twin sister who looks completely different than me. She used to have 500,000 followers on Instagram. She's like, she gets paid for what she does. So some people probably do think it's dumb and she's this and that because of social media, but most of them don't know the real. Ever since we were kids, people always kind of had their own idea of who she was and who I was. And I can tell you 90% of the time it was the polar opposite. People always thought I was a nice one and she was like this mean, self-absorbed person, but she's not. I am. It's all me. I'm actually not a fun person to be around. But because I was this skinny, quiet girl who didn't post on Instagram, I had no social media presence, people thought that I was just so sweet. And she, who was getting paid to do this shit, she was an Instagram girl before being an Instagram girl was a thing. People just have always been jealous of her and isolated her. Social media just also messes up, having good relationships with other people. Like, my thing is, I used to argue on the internet a lot. I don't anymore because a lot of people take it very serious. I used to troll a little bit on the internet. I got published in Teen Vogue once for like posting a stupid tweet to like Bella Thorne, and that went crazy. I like them days. Everything's like this huge discourse now, but I think people are messing up relationships with other people because of social media. They're not being themselves. They have these internet personalities, and I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. But I want to first talk about how specifically social media really does fuck up relationships. Let me see. I saw this tweet the other day, a dose of Mars on Twitter, and she said, "I hate to break it to you, but the internet is fooling y'all. The dating pool is limited. There are not as many options as the internet makes it out to be. Good people are hard to find, and people who genuinely love you are rare. Quit breaking hearts because you got options." Getting relationship advice from the internet is so crazy and wrong because you think, oh, well, this person's like me. They agree with what I'm saying. Everyone's relationship is different. Every person is different. Every ideology is completely different. And our opinions and advice are made up of who we are and where we come from. And you don't come from the same place as any one person. I know you swear you do, but you don't. I have a twin sister. We grew up almost the same, but then we also grew up like the exact opposite. We're literally twins. Came from the same motherfucking womb. Totally different people. So to sit on the internet and say, I am like this person. This is the person I am. And I'm going to take that. You're a fucking idiot. Just live life and figure shit out because I just think that shit is so crazy. I love a good Twitter quote, but most of the Twitter quotes I love are shit posting and they're stupid and they're really funny. That's what I love Twitter for. I don't like taking stuff serious. I can watch the news, and I think that the news should be separated from social media. I think that's how we become desensitized. But that's a whole different topic for something else. We're trying to keep this lighthearted and fun. So on that note, I'm going to take another sip of my wine. The title of this episode is, why doesn't anyone want to be themselves? And the answer is social media. And rent is a topic that is so ran through the ground that we talk about every day on the internet. And people love to get these long-winded answers and think pieces about what should happen. But I promise you, most of the people who put their opinion on there aren't even living the life that they say, or I think what bothers me the most is when people get on the internet and beg, and they are pick-me's. Like, you have people who are like, I would never make my man pay bills. I would rather work 70 hours. No one wants to fucking work 70 hours a week. You want a nigga. And instead of telling other women what they should or shouldn't do, just fucking say you want a nigga. Just say you want a broke nigga. And you don't mind having a broke nigga because you want someone in your bed. Because that's what all the fuck I see with this rent argument, okay? I think it's the stupidest argument ever. Just live your life. Find a nigga who wants to do the same shit as you, but stop projecting on the other people. And same thing for other women who go on. I think anyone who posts their opinion is probably a loser on this argument. I'm sorry. Even the women who some I agree with. You know, I think men should be paying most of the bills. You know what I'm saying? But I don't give my opinion because I'm not fucking dating anyone on the internet. I don't want anyone on the internet. I got a nigga. He cool. We agree on stuff, okay? The people who are putting these think pieces about what people should be doing don't have a stable relationship at home. So my point goes back to stop taking advice from people you don't know. A lot of them are tweeting from a dirty mattress in their cousin's room. They don't have shit. Stop listening to people who don't have shit. Go get your own shit and make your own opinion. And if you want to pay 90% of the bills, go do that. If you want to pay no bills, go do that. But this argument is so stupid, and I hope that we as a people will finally this year evolve from it. Like, that's my hope for our people, is to stop this conversation. And I'm sure there will be a new stupid one, but let's just get an entertaining one. I'm over this one, okay? Please. Y'all are not celebrities, and that's okay. It's okay not to be a celebrity, okay? I promise. I like my life. I'm not a celebrity, but I still, I have fun. I travel, but I can acknowledge that I'm not a celebrity. I'm not Kylie Jenner. No one is fucking waiting on me to post. Okay, some people might. I have some people waiting for me to post, okay? But most of us don't. And that's the cycle of life. You have people who are content creators and you have people who are content consumers. Just be the audience. It's okay to be the audience. And I think the Shade Room is interesting sometimes. I don't follow them because I think they're most of the time very negative and promote like terrible business and just terrible ideologies and mindsets and are terrible for the Black community, but it is entertaining. The Shade Room has programmed people to think that their opinion is important and that they're basically just as important as a celebrity. I saw this post. Someone tweeted something like, my new man will have a private jet or something like that. And of course the Shade Room shared it and was like, roomies, what do y'all think? And someone was like, oh, a private jet? That doesn't impress me. And I go to their page. They have 16 followers, 3 kids. They take pictures on, an Android. They posted their dinner and it looked like something from my trash. Like, it's like, bro, humble yourself. And that comment got so many likes, but it's like, y'all are delusional. Like, y'all can't be serious. You have the nerve to be taking a picture on a fucking phone from 2001 and have the nerve to say that a private jet doesn't impress you. You're fucking lying. And what are you lying for? Likes on Instagram? Not even from on your picture. Your picture still has 0 likes. I should have reported while I was there. Like, I felt offended even looking at that shit on Android. What year are you living in? And they have the nerve to sit here and pretend that they're not impressed by a private. You can say you're impressed. There's no level of humbleness to most of these people on the internet. People are up here and they need to be down here. And I think we have Instagram bots or whoever, like, who are making sure people aren't saying offensive things. I think there needs to be Instagram bots who humble people. I think that there needs to be an Instagram bot that responds to these stupid hating ass comments and is like, bitch, your leave out is embarrassing. Why are you talking about Saweetie's nails? Get your priorities straight, please. That's what the bot should be doing, in my opinion. I think they're getting rid of the wrong shit, focusing on the wrong shit. And if I ran an Instagram platform or any social media, best believe that I will be having bots humbling you bitches and you lame ass niggas. Best believe. Okay. Another comment I see all the time is when people talk about BBLs, and I talked about that earlier. People who, like, they genuinely hate women just because they have BBLs, and the whole time they don't have BBLs. Like my sister, she has a huge butt. She's super proportional, but she has a very unique figure that, like, most women pay money to see. And when I used to work at Magic City. I still kind of do. I'm in Ohio, so clearly I don't right now, but I love Magic City. There was an emphasis on, some people would say like, they actually love natural girls. That doesn't necessarily mean they love skinny girls. It doesn't necessarily mean they're checking for Lexie Jade. Of course I got a lot of love there. I love that. Because I just had a pretty face. Like, niggas really don't care about the body as much as y'all think they do. But my sister stood out because she was natural. She had similar bodies to a lot of these BBL girls, but she was natural. And like I was saying earlier, I feel like a lot of women cover their insecurity about their own body and say, generalize curvy girls as BBL girls, when not every girl you see has a BBL. Some girls literally made that shit in the gym. Some women were born with that, and they're just like certified haters and just say, well, you don't want to be yourself, you went and bought a body. And BBLs are going out of fashion, which I guess BBLs are kind of going out of fashion, and the reason for that is called the trickle-down theory. I'm a fashion student, and we talk about this theory a lot. Trickle-down theory for fashion is basically how trends are made. It's a theory on how trends come and go, and the theory is that the elite, the people with money, create these trends. And I think that also that this theory is true for certain trends. There are many theories, and this one is specific to me. I believe cosmetic surgery. We cannot pretend that the Kardashians did not have like a major impact on like cosmetic surgery. Like, clearly they are the blueprint in general for cosmetic surgery, because they were kind of doing it and embracing it. But that's also not true. You had people like Nicki Minaj, who was doing it like before everyone, and like was getting like so much hate for it. I remember like when I was a kid, people always talked about Nicki Minaj being plastic and this and that, which is why I feel like she took the Barbie persona, because she embraced it. And that's like, I think she started it. Of course, like most BBL fashion was based off of, in my opinion, trying to mimic the black woman's like curves and bodies, which is why I think it's so crazy that like so many women hate on it, because it's like, it's like a caricature of black people, but to me it's like you're not on the winning side. I'm sure white people are making the exact same jokes as you, so you're not on the winning side. But anyway, it's reversing. So like the BBL, it's reversing because a lot of these people paid like big money for this body, and like I think that it's lost its value for content creators, not the general person. Obviously, like curvy bodies have always been like a thing in the black community and in a lot of communities. Like, it's just like it's embraced wherever you go. But I think pertaining to the culture vultures, they're kind of over it now, which is fine. Like, that's fine. But they can afford to take those implants out. Like, they have the money to do that, to downsize. But a lot of these people got BBLs with their PPP loan, and they didn't realize that there's also like a lot of expensive upkeep that comes with that. And also the thing with BBLs and cosmetic surgery is you have to be able to afford to get rid of it. And I feel bad for a lot of people. I don't make fun of people who got BBLs and they're going out of style, because I think that women in general have always been pressured to get their bodies done, and it really sucks that we normalize this at a point where women like literally died to get this body. Like, people died under the knife to get a BBL. That it just wasn't cool to me. I think that as a fashion student and an aspiring trend forecaster, we can't take away the fact that the Kardashians did create this culture, which is like, cool for them. Like, you guys are so impactful and have been for decades. But at the same time, like, what are you endorsing? Like, women literally died because of that. And of course you can't blame one family, but it is kind of insane that women literally died over it. And that's, again, why I say I try not to just like in general or seriously make fun of BBL people. Of course I crack jokes about like everything. I'm not a serious person. But I think it's more sad than it is like funny. It's, what I'm saying? Like, I think that when it comes to surgery, if you don't love your body, if you have the means, if that's going to make you feel better about yourself, fix it. It's your life. It's your body. You only get one of them as far as we know. And I think you should be able to do whatever you want with it. I just think the whole pushing it on other people is crazy. And that's like my idea and my advice for everything. I think that you should do whatever you want with yourself and with your body, but just don't push it on other people. That's just the only way I feel about it. So I was talking earlier about internet personalities, which this was what I really wanted to get into, because it's so funny, like how people have like recently been getting exposed, especially like with this Nicki Minaj thing going on. I think Nicki did it, Cardi did it, where they started suing these people behind these profiles. And it's so interesting to see, because I think when we are living in a world where content creation is becoming something you can make money off of, people are like working really hard to make content that people consume. And then you have these people who are blackfishing and pretending to be someone that they're definitely not. like with tweets, like who run these big accounts. Like that's been exposed so many times. Are these people who like go, especially these like super, what is the word for it? Like I don't know, say the emo alt pages who like have future pictures and they say the N word and this and they're just like funny and like lots of sarcasm and stuff, whatever. Those accounts, you know which ones I'm talking about, okay? And they say the N word, but half the time they're ran by like Mexican boys. Like, is that not like super weird? Like, how do you get on the internet and pretend to be a different race? It's like super crazy to me. Like, even the early Kardashians, this is why I used to really not like the Kardashians, even though I talk about them so much, because like they have such a big impact. Like, you have to be able to say, I don't like the celebrity, but I think they had a huge impact, and I think that they are very culturally relevant. And you can do that. Like, you can not enjoy someone, but like acknowledge that they like had a huge, they're successful. They're super successful. Like, you can't be delusional. You got to be real. If you're gonna dislike someone, at least be real about it. Don't be delusional. But like when they were like getting their lips done for the first time and then getting weave, and like when Kim Kardashian got those braids and they called it the Kim K braids, or like she got box braids at one point, I don't remember. It's like, it's just insane to me. How do you not feel like a weirdo or like an idiot? And the same thing, like on TikTok, there's this one dude who like talks like this, he talks like a black girl, and he's famous off of doing that. And a lot of people don't see it, they don't see it as like cosplaying, and they don't see it as offensive. If you don't see something at like, if you don't actually genuinely believe that someone's like popular for pretending to be a different race, think about if that person was a different race. Like the period girl. If she was just a black girl, like I don't think anyone would care, because we do talk like that. We say period. And I think that's what the joke was this white girl who like is super cringy and it's like clashing, like, ew, like shit's obviously not her. So it's funny. Like she's like making fun of black girls. It's super funny. Like we know what she's doing. And I don't know, like, if that's her personality. It's weird. And people live behind Face App too. Can we talk about Face App for a minute? Like, people are becoming different people, and it's insane. Like, I knew this one girl personally who, like, deleted all of her pictures and then suddenly only started posting using Face App. And I think that's crazy. I think that's so insane. I don't think there's anything wrong with using a little bit of Face App. I use Face App a little bit sometimes. There's nothing wrong with like saying I edit my pictures, but to like delete all the pictures without it is like so crazy. I guess it's like a what is it, catch 29? Is that what the saying is? Catch 22? I don't know. I think that if you're making money off of this internet persona, like, you know, cool, it's your social media. It's in ways like your body. It's your social media. Do what you want with it. But it still is like a mind fuck to see people literally pretend to be other people and, you know, get super famous off of someone that they're not. But at the same time, I guess that's like everything, right? That's actors, that's singers who take on personalities. It just sucks that I feel like this generation is like missing genuine people. We don't have a lot of them. And when we do have genuine people, we either silence them or cancel them. Like, genuine people are not allowed to be genuine. We're not allowed to make mistakes. We're not allowed to say stupid things or like have fucked up tweets or stupid opinions. And it's just crazy. You can't be real and be a celebrity. Like, it's not gonna happen. Like Beyonce, when you think like big celebrities, like A-listers, people you wish would sing at your wedding, but you could never afford them, and they probably would never do that. Those are celebrities to me. That's what, when I think of celebrity, that's what I think of. And like a lot of them are famous because they don't have a lot of opinions, especially black people, because black people are first to get canceled. White people, on the other hand, are a little different because you have like, was it Liam Nelson from Taken, who said that like I think his daughter was like maybe raped by a black guy. So then he just like went around like screaming like kill all black people or something along those lines. I don't know. But it just sucks that we're missing genuine people from content now, like our influencers at least. And I don't know, I guess you could just look for them, right? I'm sure that they're on the internet somewhere, but it just sucks that we glorify kind of the wrong people, and we're getting the wrong people paid, in my opinion. I actually don't want to be a celebrity. I'd love to be paid and out the way, I guess. But I do like I don't know, I like a little bit of attention. A little bit. I'm not gonna lie. But like, especially with these aesthetics for personality traits too. Like, remember the clean girl aesthetic? How like that was a huge discourse and like topic about this clean girl aesthetic, which is literally just not even a thing in my opinion. I think it's crazy. People are like, oh my God, soft girl era. Have you heard people say, I'm moving into my soft girl era? And if you ask them what it means, they're just like, oh, well, I just like talk quieter and I don't do my nails the way I used to. Like, it's like the craziest thing. Like, it's like, doesn't even make sense. What the fuck are you? What is a soft girl era? Just be yourself. Just be yourself. Soft girl era, I'm gonna start talking quieter and hopefully I will get a boyfriend. Is that what the fuck you're talking? Like, you can just be yourself. That's what I'm talking about. People following relationship advice. And people have like been saying that, like, people get all these likes and these retweets. You could attract a man by just being a soft girl and letting a man be a man. I don't think that's necessarily wrong. But I think that you should do it because you want to do it, not because this famous girl on Twitter said to do it. Because, again, we don't know who these people are. These people hide behind Kim Kardashian, Avi's, and SZA, and these really cool people. But it's like, you're not them. They're not you. Be yourself. Be yourself. No one wants to be themselves anymore. They just want to be whatever will get them the most likes on TikTok. And it's, like, so crazy to me. But yeah, I think everyone should have their opinion. I just think that we need to know when to draw the line between bandwagoning. And that is like, so, like, that's kind of one of my biggest points with being yourself, is social media has taken away people wanting their own opinion. And that's why I love people who like have the opposite opinion, because like, bro, you're being yourself, and I love that. Like, I fucking love people who have terrible opinions, because at least you was real enough to say that shit. At least you was real enough to be a shitty person. I think genuineness, I don't know the word, is like one of the most important traits I look for in a person, in a friend, in a partner, is someone who like doesn't care if people don't like them. Like, I love that. And I think that, like, especially with the shade room, it's just like this weird culture of hate and bandwagoning hate. And I definitely, like, I'm not gonna say I'm a certified hater. I think this weird hater culture is so fucking weird. I'm not a certified hater. I talk shit, and I will admit that I talk shit. I will admit that sometimes I'm an asshole. But one thing I'm not is a hater, and one thing I'm not is a bandwagoner. If I have an opinion, it's because I wanted to have that opinion, not because someone on Twitter with a cute Avi had the opinion. And I think she's so cute. So I'm going to go with what she said and retweet it and staple it on my forehead and only go with that and hate everyone who disagrees. Like, no, I think that it's important to have conversations and to disagree. And disagreeing is so important in relationships and in the world. And yes, as a country and progressing and productivity, it's important to disagree with stuff. Like, that's why we have different theories and different religions and different languages and different cultures. Everyone should just want to be themselves. That's what I think. And like, people just, I think it's so crazy how mean people are nowadays. I think there's a difference between being an asshole and just being mean. Like, there's a difference between just like not, I don't know. I guess there's a really fine line, right? I guess it's probably a fine line, I guess. I don't know. But there's like these people like Mariah the Scientist, Queen Naija, who gets like so much hate. Queen Naija, this is my thing. I think people say shitty things. I think what should never be said is, okay, I can understand why they get hate. No, I don't think that should ever be said, because hate on the internet is like kind of a thing that we look at and we laugh at because they got like 220K retweets. Like, so funny, haha. That's like a real person behind there. And I think it's like so insane that we normalize hatefulness to that level and we forget that that's like an actual person. There's like real people behind these accounts that you're like spewing so much hate to. And I follow some of these like hateful accounts. I'm not gonna lie, like there's a few funny accounts, like that girl was like Nicki Minaj with the hijab on, super funny account. It's like a few of them, but like they're just like haters, and I follow them too because I think like at least they're genuine with themselves. But I do think that it's like really kind of fucked up that some people are just like super mean to celebrities or influencers and like don't care. Like that's like they're a certified hater. The certified hater persona is like so stupid to me. But you know, at least people are genuine, at least people are real. And there's like, that's the catch-22 to everything, you know, people who have these weird personalities, but at least they're real about it. And I guess that's the end of it. That's really it. Well, I don't know, I had this long PowerPoint, but I feel like this is a great place to end it, honestly. So What do you guys think? Do you think that social media, I think it's like a huge, it's a very iceberg, the tip of the iceberg level conversation, but I love to talk about it, about how social media has changed like the psychology of humans and how different we are. It's changed how we view world events, because at the same time, we are literally, what's the word? We see a million things at once. There's like a war going on. There's terrorism in our own country. There's like racism everywhere, violent racism, hate everywhere you go. Like we see all at once. So of course we're desensitized to it. And that's what social media has done to us, because we don't just live in Ohio. We don't just live in America. We live everywhere because everything is globalized because of social media. Like we see everything that goes on. Not everything, but a lot of it. But I love to talk about it, and I think we should all enjoy it while it's here until it fucking crashes and burns. We should just enjoy it, and I'm enjoying it. Are you enjoying it? Like, you get to watch me. I mean, it doesn't get more enjoyable than that. So that's it, guys. This is definitely not fake with your host Lexie Jade, who's definitely not fake. I'm just giving you my real opinion, my stupid opinions, my opinions that I don't even understand. And that's why I stutter a lot and don't always know what I'm saying, and sometimes I say stupid things, but so do you. We're real people. Like, that's what's fun about it. That's what I love about podcasts, being real and having fun while we're doing it. So stick around. I have more shows coming, more opinions. If you guys enjoyed it, I guess, and this could be on YouTube. This could be on Spotify. I don't know what you're watching it on, but go ahead and follow my Instagram. I am Lexie Jade. That's probably where you can reach me the best. That's where I like to post what I got going on. So go show some love on there. If I'm posting this on YouTube, I hope that you're already subscribed to me. And if I have this on Spotify, I hope that you are following me. I actually have music on my Spotify. I haven't posted this yet, so I'm not sure yet if the music in the podcast goes in one place. But yeah, I do a little bit of everything. That's the great thing about social media, is you can do whatever you want. Like Kim Zolak. Is that how you say her last name? She does everything. Even though she can't sing, she is a singer. I relate to that. I love that. That's Real Housewives of Atlanta for you. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for listening, for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you guys again, hopefully next week for a new episode. Thanks so much. Have a great day, guys.